Are you trying to find an SEO company for your law firm? It can be really daunting. There's a lot of options out there. I'm here to tell you how to weed through them and pick the right SEO company for you.
Welcome to the Josh Gerben Show, because law school didn't teach business.
Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Josh Gerben Show. This is the show where we talk about the business side of law. Today's episode is one that is near and dear to my heart, and that is how should you select an SEO company or provider for your law practice. There are a plethora of companies out there that claim they can do great SEO and rank you really well in search results, but how do you know really where to invest your money with these companies? So this is an issue we've been dealing with for years. I've been doing SEO for our trademark law firm for the last 12 years. We've been very successful with it, but that's only because we found good people to work with, not because I'm some personal SEO genius. So I want to explain to you how I found the folks we're working with, and also I've also hired agencies that didn't work out. So I want to give you the tips of things to look out for. And hopefully you're going to find this show very helpful, especially if you're trying to find someone to help you with the SEO for your law firm. So here we go. I want to give you the outline of the show and the tips that I'm going to go through as to how to find the right SEO company for your firm. The first is I would look for an SEO company that has between 3 and 10 employees. The second is I would look for a local SEO company so that you can better get your relationship in line. The third is I would ask for referrals from the SEO company for their current clients. The fourth is you need to ask them what type of work are they going to do on a monthly basis. The fifth is you have to ensure there's no long-term contracts that you're signing. And the sixth is to educate yourself and understand the reporting that you're seeing from the agency. All right, so let's dive into these in a little bit better detail. The first is I'm recommending you look for an SEO company that has between 3 and 10 employees. And there's a really specific reason for this. One, anybody that's just on their own, 1 or 2 person shops, they're probably not going to have the bandwidth to do everything they need to do for you and to continue to grow their personal business. So you may find you're not going to get enough output from a company like that. Now, once an SEO company gets larger than 10 employees, they start to look more like a company and you get divided into teams and you're going to have people start to come and go more often and you'll have less continuity. So if you find an SEO company that has 3 to 5, 6 employees is probably the sweet spot because they're most of the time operating with a boutique number of clients and not really looking to pour gasoline on the fire for their business. I have been with SEO agencies personally that have over 50 employees, and it was just a mess. I was such a small potato to them, they just didn't care what was getting done. They would give me some formulaic report every month, and that was it. So if hey look, if you've got $100,000 to burn every month on SEO, that's one thing. But if you're a small firm and you're trying to keep things within a budget, you need to work with an SEO company that reflects and looks a lot like your law firm in the amount of people that exist there. The second tip here is I would really look for an agency or a company that does SEO that's local to you. These folks do exist everywhere, and you can hire them from out of state. As a matter of fact, our provider's in North Carolina, and we're up in Washington, D.C., and that's worked fine for us. But if I were to do it again today, and I didn't have the existing relationship, I would probably look for someone locally that I could meet with and really get to know. Because I do find when you get to know your providers and they get to care about you more as a human, they're probably going to do a little bit better work for you. You're no longer just a number and a face they talk, and a voice they talk to once a month over the phone. So if you're living in an area where there's a lot of local options, I would certainly start there, of course, unless you have a referral to some agency that somebody's given you elsewhere. Speaking of referrals, the third one on my list is you need to ask the SEO company for referrals to their current clients before you consider hiring them. Okay, you need to be able to talk to people they've worked with and understand if they've brought results to them. Because if nobody can talk on behalf of the SEO agency and say that they've done good work, that's a huge red flag. When my SEO company calls me and says, hey Josh, we have a new potential client and we'd love you to talk to them or let them know what kind of work we've done for you, I will gladly get on the phone for 10 or 15 minutes or send an email because A, I'm really happy about the work our company does and I want to help them out too. And B, I know how important it is for someone who's trying to hire an agency to hear the success that a client has had with that particular agency. So make sure, and it shouldn't just be one person, because you never know if it's their friend or whatever, they need to have a couple of referrals they can give you and people that are willing to take time out of their day to talk to you because they're so happy with the SEO company. They want to spread the wealth. And if the company can't do that, again, a huge red flag. Now, the fourth item on our list gets into a little bit more of the nuts and bolts as to what you need to look for when hiring an SEO company, and that is, what is the work they're going to do for you? There is a number of things that SEO companies should be doing for you. The first is they should be helping to optimize your current website. So this could be code improvements. This could be making recommendations on an entire new website. Maybe you're not even mobile responsive yet. Maybe your site doesn't load fast enough. There's all sorts of like big top line things they can help you with. But then also there's all these little finer details. For example, they can improve title tags, internal linking, all these things. So you should ask them for a game plan as to what they see your website needs before they start working with you. They may want to charge you a fee to do this kind of work, and that's okay. You should be willing to pay a $500 fee for someone to take 5 hours and go through your website and give you a list of action items. Even if you don't use that firm, it's going to be helpful for you to compare what they want to do to somebody else, and ultimately you'll make a better decision on who you want to hire, and that's $500 well spent. The other thing that these SEO companies can do for you is help you produce content. Now, they may have to hire out the writers, or you may have to produce the content yourself, but they should help you with a content calendar. They should give you topic ideas. They should provide writers if you need writers, and help you push the content out into the universe. This could mean getting a blog started on your website, or finding other websites that want to accept the content from you as a guest poster, for example. So find out what content strategy the SEO company will have both on-site for you and off-site in other people's websites. And the third, and perhaps most important, is link building. I've been told, believe it or not, by certain SEO companies that, oh, you could just produce content and links will come. If you hear that, run as fast as you can out the door. That is a bunch of malarkey. Link building is tough work. It's time-consuming work for the SEO companies. So a lot of times they don't do it right. You need to understand what types of links the SEO company plans to get you and how they plan to go about getting them. Because you need to ensure that it's white hat, meaning that they're not doing things that are sketchy, and that they're getting you really good quality links, because those are the types of links that are going to help your site rank in Google. And that is perhaps the most important thing an SEO company can do for you, is help you acquire links. So you need to make sure that whatever strategy they outline for you there is incredibly detailed and makes a lot of sense. All right, so my next point is you need to ensure, as a lawyer, you should be reading the contract you're signing with any SEO company. You need to ensure you're not signing a long-term deal. You know, a lot of SEO companies are going to pitch you with the idea that, look, we need it 6 months to a year to even start to scratch the surface for you. So if we get 3 months in and you're paying a monthly retainer and we're not getting anywhere, they don't want you to just pull out, because their cost of like acquiring a client and getting you started, they need at least a certain amount of time you're going to commit to them. I get that, but there should be no long-term contract, because if you believe the SEO company is doing good work and you believe it's going in a good direction, you will continue to pay the bill every month. And look, I have signed a 6-month commitment once, and I actually was able to get out of it because I was so disappointed in the work product, and I was mad at myself for signing the 6-month commitment and having to work my way out of it. So if you're going to work with an SEO company, I would tell you, look, if you need to sign the 6-month contract because you think they're a good agency for you, and they're just telling you that there's no way around it, okay. 12-month, absolutely not. You should never be locked in for a year with anybody like this. So if it's an initial 6-month contract, make sure that after that it goes month to month. You do not want automatic extensions in that contract, right? So month to month after that. If the company's not willing to do that, they're not for you, period. Anybody that's trying to lock you into a contract, to me, that's super sketchy. That means that they're just trying to get you. And if they don't understand that, then there's plenty of other people out there that are not going to require you to lock into that kind of deal. Again, I would try to negotiate it back to saying 3 months, and then another 3 months, and then month to month after that, or something like that. And just look, if you're a good client and you explain it to them as to why you don't want to be locked into a contract, and you guys have a good relationship forming, there should be no issue there. Again, if good work is being done and they're showing you month to month that they're doing good work, you will continue to pay, and it is what it is at that point. You just have to find somebody that's not going to try to lock you in. And my final point on how to select a good SEO company comes a little bit after you've signed on the dotted line and started getting services. You really need to educate yourself and understand what you're seeing and what you're getting every month. Your SEO company should provide you with monthly reports. If they do not, again, run the other direction. There's no reason that you should be paying a monthly retainer and not getting a detailed monthly report on the work being done for your business. So get the monthly report and educate yourself as to what's in there and what you're seeing. And educate yourself as to how much time it takes to accomplish all the tasks that the SEO company told you they're doing. Because you could figure out real quick what they're charging you per hour if you have a general idea how long certain things should take. So I hope you found this episode helpful. Just remember, if you're going to hire an SEO company for your law firm, you really need to be educated as to what you're buying, because it can be really easy for agencies to put up this magic smoke and say they're going to do all these great things, but unless you understand the details of what they're going to do, it's a long-term investment. You're not going to pay them and then 30 days later have a result. You've got to have faith that they're doing the right thing, and in 6 months or a year, you're going to see results. The only way you can really have faith is as long as you've educated yourself enough to know that what you're buying and what you're getting is moving things in the right direction. If you have any other questions on this topic and as far as how to get a good SEO provider for your law firm, please feel free to email me, josh@joshgerben.com. You can also always reach out to us on social media. We're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. Just find us. I respond to all the comments, all the questions we get. So please, I love them. Bring them. Keep them coming. And finally, if you have an idea for a future episode, you're running a law firm, you're in a law practice, even if you're an associate in a law firm, and you have a question about the business side of law, send it over. We'd love to do a show about it. And I've already done a couple of shows with questions we've gotten from listeners and viewers. So please keep them coming. I love them, and look forward to talking to you next time.